So here we see some pricing strategies. If you'd like an extensive list, I suggest Philip Kotler, Principles of Marketing. I usually don't promote Kotler. He gets some things wrong and he's too basic. Sloppy, I would call him. But he does pricing strategies well. He has an extensive list. Also competitive strategies. He approaches like military science. He has flanking attacks, all these attack strategies, and then defensive strategies for the cash cow. So Philip Kotler can be good. But here are a few basic pricing strategies. You have captive product pricing. Anybody who has bought a printer has experienced that. I once bought a printer that made just black and white copies. It cost 80 euros. When I went to get the refill cartridge, it was 120 euros. It cost more than the printer did. So I asked the salesman, well, why don't I just buy a new printer every time it runs out of ink? He said, well, the printer comes with a cartridge that makes about 1,000 copies. The refill cartridge makes 2,000 copies. So bang, they've got you. I think in Britain or someplace I heard that the server, that if you want a cell phone, they give it to you for free. You have a nice choice of cell phones, but then when you use it, it's much more expensive than, say, in Finland. Also, market penetration pricing, for example, is when you start with an initial low price. Now, you can't go below the cost of the product because that's called price dumping, and that can be illegal. And then there's market skimming pricing, where it's kind of the opposite. You start with a very high price. You go for the top of the market, the high income bracket. And after a couple of years, you go for the middle income, and then ultimately you end up, say, a Pirka brand. You go to the bargain basements. Designer jeans are like that. It started, you only found them in exclusive shops like Calvin Klein shops for the first 5 years, even 4 years, something like that. Then you started to find them in department stores such as Stockman's, and then finally they were in these bargain basement type shops. So there are different types of pricing strategies depending on your requirements.